Hi everyone, welcome to another session of G9ijaTV NewsScope. My name is Olatunde Ndi, and we have some great, interesting news for you today. One of the first one that we actually want to talk about is, nobody prays to be sick. And one thing that I know that has been the bane of a lot of people in Nigeria is those who have kidney disease. If you have ever met anybody that has to do dialysis in Nigeria, in most cases it's almost a death sentence, which is rather unfortunate. But I'm so happy that, thank God, that the federal government has finally taken steps. They might have not, gotten it right on some other areas, but in this gladdens my heart. One thing that, like somebody said, he said, bad news always sells. So when we see good news, we should talk about it. So I just want to give kudos to the presidency, for the federal government for doing exactly what they are actually doing right now. It is just so hard. Look, if you know how much it costs, I was so shocked by the very idea that people are paying millions to be able to do dialysis. How many people, even those that even have the means to be able to do it? I mean, look, you want to be servicing your. Nobody wants to spend their money on negativity, not on sickness. Nobody prays for that. Now, the news basically that has just come up, it says that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved a landmark subsidy to ease the cost of kidney dialysis for Nigerians. That is absolutely fantastic. I applaud the federal government for that. That is absolutely fantastic. A statement from the presidential aide Sunday Dare said, with his intervention, the price of each dialysis session has been reduced from 50,000. It was definitely, I'm sure in most cases it was much more than this, to just 12,000. There's nothing just about 12,000 still, but it is huge. It will bring relief to a lot of people who are suffering from kidney um, um, ailment, bringing relief to thousands of citizens battling kidney-related diseases. Darry mentioned that this subsidy is already being implemented in major federal hospitals across 6 geopolitical zones, including Federal Medical Center, Ebute Metta in Lagos, Federal Medical Center, FMC, Jabi Abuja, University College Hospital, UCH Ibadan, Federal Medical Center, FMC, Owerri, University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital, UMTH, Maiduguri. Number 6, Federal Medical Center, Abeokuta, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Lut, Lagos, Federal Medical Center, FMC, Azari, University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Benin, University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, Calabar. He mentioned that more Federal Medical Center and teaching hospitals will be added before the end of the year to widen access nationwide. He stated that last year, President Tinubu also approved the free cesarean section for pregnant women in federal hospitals in his bid to boost maternal health care and reducing preventable maternal death. What do you guys think? Look, let's give kudos to where kudos is actually meant, is meant to be given. Yes, most of us, there are certain things I don't agree with the presidency. But, man, on this occasion, I totally agree. Everybody knows that if you know somebody who, honestly, I think this information we should pass it on. Like, seriously. Because it is just, honestly, I mean, nobody is celebrating anything. But we need to actually give the president, a, a serious, excellent A star on this one. If anything at all, we should be able to, that they're even taking the steps. It is just good news. So, well, you have it. So, moving swiftly on, we have another. The next one that we actually want to talk about is the Anambra police react to video. Um, to this video of a lady who, this one is not a good one. It's not a good one at all. There's a lot of kidnapping, a lot of things that are going on that is not right. Every opportunity I get, I'm always banging on this. You know why? Because the moment we keep quiet, that means that we normalize it as if, oh, guess what, something just happened. No. Until we start taking our security services to task in regards to this. Those who aid and abet them, we need to actually we need to deal, we need to deal with them. There should be a concerted effort. This thing is no longer about just security services. Anyone that has information about any suspicious people around, if you know of anybody that think they might be engaged in this disturbed out of kidnapping, banditry, terrorism, people are operating with impunity, especially in the northern side of on the northern part of the country. So this is actually says that the Anambra police react to video of a lady recounting how kidnappers killed her brother after he disobeyed their order to sleep with her. I mean, imagine these people are seriously sick. Seriously sick. I mean, can you just imagine? This is almost like these guys seems to be. I don't know whether they have some kind of mental illness. That is what it is. They have a mental illness. So she recounted. She said the news that actually came up that the Anambra State Police Commander has reacted to the trending video of a young lady narrating how her brother was killed in front of her by suspected kidnappers. In the video, the lady recounted how she and her brothers were on the farm when the assailants grabbed them and took them into the bush. While in the bush, she said the kidnappers ordered her to remove her clothes and then asked her brother to have carnal knowledge of her. She said her brother, however, refused to give in to the argument and said he would rather die than have sex with his sister. The bereaved sister said the assailant then used their machete to hack her brother before ordering her to run away from the scene. Reacting to the video via a statement, the State Police PRO, Tochukwu Ikenga, said the State Commissioner of Police, CP Ikioye Olutugu, condemned the attack and described as a heartless and barbaric act. The CP, while condoning with the grieving family as well as the good people of Amercy, ordered the operatives of the State Intelligence Department to identify the survivor to assist the police in its investigation. The command urges members of the public to remain calm, vigilant, and cooperative by providing credible information that will aid in the swift arrest of the suspects. He said the CP reiterated that the command resolved to remain firm in the fight against kidnapping and other violent crimes in the state. He further assured that the command will continue to prioritize the protection of every citizen in line with the constitutional responsibility of safeguarding lives and property. It's just disheartening, that this sort of thing, should actually be taking place. This is why I said it has to be a concerted effort. This sort of thing needs to stop. We can't just sit down. This is not a matter of, we hope the security services will do something. No. It's no longer about that. Every single person has a role to play in all of this. We can't just sit down, just stand by and just hope, they will do it. No, it's not just them alone. Every single person has to be involved in this, has to get in onto this. We need to stop this. This can no longer, we can no longer condone this. We can't. So, the third story that we've actually got is my guy, BDM. So, BDM is starting to be my guy now. Yes, it's not in everything that I agree that he does that I agree with. But you know what? Nobody is perfect. And there are some certain things in this area. Look, this guy has the balls to do what he's doing. I don't know. I pray that he's a Christian who has a strong heart. Because honestly, this guy is fighting. Is doing things that in a on a normal note, he shouldn't really be doing this, but he's doing it. And I'm talking of the person of VDM, very dark man, known as this guy. Basically, is always in the news, and there's something he's just done recently. Let's look at this. When people actually take a stand, I look. When you watch movies, you see the hero of that movie, fighting for the downtrodden, doing it. This guy is doing it and is doing it consistently. But like I said, I'm not supporting him blindly. Where I agree with him, I will actually, and where I will call him out, I will call him out. Now, let me share this very quickly. Apparently, there seems to be some issues whereby Dangote's truck, ran over some people and they were killed, and some of them were severely injured. So there seems to be like some kind of promises that was made to actually help to sort these people out. But then, for whatever reason, it was never fully implemented. So it says VDM storms Auchi, blocking Dangote trucks until medical bills are paid. Justin, very dark man, stormed Auchi, that's in Edo State, blocking Dangote trucks until medical bills of abandoned victims are paid. VDM blocked Dangote truck from using the roads until it takes care of all the students that the truck have made their life meaningless, and also said the families who lost their children or parents to accident. And again, it said they should Dangote should only employ drivers with license. I hope he gets justice for the public. So this is VDM here, and the man himself, Dangote. Dangote might not be aware of this because I know that he supports a lot of charities that I'm privy to know. So I find it very difficult that he will not know that he will know this and he will just simply ignore them. I found that very difficult to believe. But then, I think we should give that benefit of doubt. But regardless, VDM is doing a very good job. Let's look at.
Okay, so it's simple. We are here, a lot of students of Auchi Polytechnic. Take it all around. Take it around. Now, it's pretty much simple. Every other truck will pass, but Dangote truck will not pass. It's simple. They have to clear all the people in the hospital and all the families that Dangote unlicensed truck drivers are put in the hospital. They will settle them, even though money cannot really bring back people to life. But these Dangote killings in Auchi have to stop. Yes, and it stopped today. Yes, sir. No more Dangote until Dangote is ready to regulate his driver, employ drivers with license, and take care of all the families that his drivers have killed their future. We are not blocking the road, we are only blocking Dangote trailers, and that's it. Apart from that, we are done. Now, you guys should get the fuck out of my face. All of you out of the
Wow.
Okay,
So as you can see, this is what he has actually decided. This actually happened in Auchi. So he actually went out there and saying that when these things happened, I think there were commitments that was actually made to actually ensure that these people were actually being looked after. Then what happened? The moment people turned away briefly, by the time they look back, there's nobody. So they are being abandoned. These are the victims of accident actually caused by, allegedly, let me just say allegedly, caused by Dangote trucks who have been abandoned. And he has really taken up their case. And so they've been stopping trucks from passing that has to do with Dangote specifically. As you can hear in that video, that is what he actually said. So we really need to be looking at this. I think that more people need to be taking these sort of steps We all need, look, we all have different ways that we can contribute to this, calling these things out, sharing videos that has to do with this. You know, don't let us take, this guy is actually doing something right for a change. Honestly, he's been doing so much. I know that, yes, and we need more of this from other people as well. So, well, I hope the this actually gets to Dangote anyway, because like I said earlier, I find it very difficult because I know that Dangote is involved in charity, so that he will be doing charity, then at the same time, he is not taking responsibility for his drivers who have created mayhem on the road. So anyway, um, we'll be looking at other part of the news as the issues actually arise. So we're going to be looking at those as well. So yeah, so finally we're going to be looking at we're now going to Odudua. We're going to the southwest now. Now, I'm sure a lot of us, I don't know whether we are aware of what is going on. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Ouch. Um, there seems to be some kind of issues that I saw with between the Alafin, right? The Alafin of the new Alafin of Oyo and the Oni of Ife. Now, what is really interesting about this is that honestly, I was really taken aback when I saw this because I was like, what is going on? This is just, let me just copy this very quickly, whereby it has to do with the chieftaincy title. There's always been this thing between the Oni of Ife and the Alafi of Oyo in regards to, who is the supreme, um, um, who is the supreme monarch in Yoruba land between these two. There's always been this tussle, whereby each is trying to assert his authority. Because apparently the Oni of Ife was said to have bestowed upon a business tycoon. I'm just going to bring that up again. So, which sort of made the Alafi of Oyo really angry. Like, he doesn't have the right. I'm like, whoa, what does that mean? That he doesn't have the right. Let me quickly. Right, okay. So, it actually says that the. Let me just share this one. Right, okay. Um, this thing actually came about because of the conferment of the chieftaincy title by the Onu of Ife. So there's a press release that actually came out. So this is a developing news. So I've not been preview to this. So we're going to be going on it, but let's read what the press release is. It said conferment of chieftaincy title of Oka Lomo of Yoruba land. Never heard of that one. I know of Onoka Kamfo, Basho, that sort of thing. So, well, it says stop staring honestness. Allah wants Oni of Ife. Demands revocation within 48 hours. Now, the attention of the Alaafin of Oyo and the Titan of Yoruba land, Oba Engineer Abimbola Akim Owade I, has been drawn to the purported conferment of chieftaincy title of Okonlomo of Yoruba land on the business tycoon Dotun Sanusi by the Oni of Ife, Oba Enitan Adeyeye Ogunwusi. The conferment of chieftaincy titles which borders on Yoruba land by the Oni of Ife is not only an affront to the reverse institution of the Alaafin, who is the titan of Yoruba land and who holds exclusive right to confer any chieftaincy title which covers the entire Yoruba land on anyone. The Oni of Ife is behaving as if there is no authority. I'm reading it. To check and call into order because of that above the law syndrome of ease. He's in the habit of walking on everybody's back, including the apex court in the country. The Supreme Court, which had ruled on the exclusive preserve of the Alaafin to confer chieftaincy title that covers the entire Yoruba land on anyone. The instrument of office presented to Oba Ogunwusi During its installation, specifically limits its traditional area of authority to Oromia local government, which has now been split into three local governments, viz. Ife Central, Ife North, and Ife South. The dictum that nobody is above the law of the land is now being put to crucial test, and the reality of our time makes it very obligatory for the Alaafin to call on the Ooni of Ife to order and demand revocation of the so-called Okonlomo of Yoruba chieftaincy title conferred on engineer Dotun Sanusi within 48 hours or face the consequences. It is a statement of fact that during the Alaafin unity tour to Yoruba monarchs, he reiterated his message that there could not be development without unity. Oba Wade had told the gathering that it is the joy of our forefathers for us to be in unity. They did their part in ensuring peace and unity in Yoruba land. We must also strive to achieve this. God Himself is involved in our matter, therefore, we must always, at all times, be concerned about the peace and unity of Yoruba land. We say we want development, but no meaningful and sustainable development will come without peace and unity. But it seems the Ooni of Ife is misconceiving the Alaafin. Paramount with the art of good, his peace initiatives as the symbol of his stimulity. Hence, taking decisions that are not only ultra biased but derogatory to the titan of Yoruba land. Whoa. I think, let me just say my 2 pence on this. I think there needs to be a sort of consensus between the Ooni of Ife and the Alaafin of Oyo. You know why? Because in the past Alaafin, um, the past Alaafin Shijuade that was previously there, and the Alaafin, the former Alaafin, they had a fallout about this same thing, and they need to be aware that the two present Alaafin and Oni need to work together so that there will not be violence. Because what has happened is that then the environment becomes heated up. We don't need these guys are young. We have two young monarchs, okay, and what we don't want right now. It's really sad that part of the press release there are some languages that was used there, syndrome, always working on. But there's no need for that. We need them to demonstrate more maturity than that. They must resist the temptation to use derogatory, language in any shape or form. They are Yoruba monarchs. They are very powerful ones. No doubt about that. So if the press release from the Alaafin is saying which, they should demonstrate it. The Oni of Ife as well, they should just work together. They need to work together. We don't need, you see, when we begin to have where this one is saying, I'm stronger than you, I'm the one that has this right. No, 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 no. We don't need that. We don't need that again. We need them to actually work together and solve out their, the, like they actually call the others in Yoruba land, they're supposed to be gods, little gods, because they are not the Almighty God. They need to work together because they represent the people. The peace that they purport to say that they actually represent must be demonstrated. And it must shown in the way the right thing. They could have, this president must have, should have been restrained so that they can demonstrate the maturity of what is actually needed. There should not be anything that will provoke a more severe response from the other side. This sort of press release does not help. I'm sorry, I am neutral on both sides because apparently there's a lot of things that's been happening, the undercurrent. That's it. What we are seeing is shooting out because there are unresolved issues between them. They need to actually resolve this. And they can, for them to be the royal fathers, the royal to prove that they are indeed royal fathers has to be demonstrated in their restrained approach, demonstrating what? In fact, passionate maturity in dealing with issues. There should not be anything, any condescending talks of saying to somebody that the way they are behaving, no, we don't need that. Nigeria has enough problem. And remember, these are the two foremost monarchs in Yoruba land. So they represent us, and so they need to demonstrate that. So I pray that the royal fathers will please, restrain, especially those who are working with the Alaafin should please not allow this sort of thing. They should be cautious of how they actually deal with these things. The way they respond is not good. It's not good at all. I don't know what is going on. So they shouldn't allow this sort of things to happen. So, well, I just want to say, guys, thank you so much. And this is it from me tonight. I just want to say that we'll be back again same time tomorrow with some more analysis. So from me, Tunde, it's good night. God bless, and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Good night.